In terms of foreign policy, I have to ask you, because apparently one of our viewers says that I'm not bringing you in enough on the programme, so I've got to apologise to her and also to you as well.
It wasn't my mum, was it?
It might have been, it might have been. But in terms of foreign policy, and particularly concerning Israel, now, Donald Trump in the campaign did say that he would move the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He has a close friendship with the Israeli Prime Minister, Bibi Netanyahu. Unlike President Obama, who, I'm sorry, was a terrible president for Israel, are we going to see a closer bond between Israel and the United States under Trump? Explain why.
But as far as the embassy goes, I believe right now there's about a 20% chance of that embassy moving from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. I personally don't see why that should be, because Jerusalem is always going to be, in fact, actually, if you know Jerusalem, you have two consulates in Jerusalem. One is on the east side, one is on the west side. So you just move the embassy to where the west consulate is, and there shouldn't be any problem. But nevertheless, from what I hear, and from what insiders had told me, during that meeting between Trump and Obama a couple of days ago, and Trump admitted, I thought it was going to be a 15-minute meeting. We spoke for almost an hour and a half. What did they speak about? Well, Israel came up during that meeting. And during that discussion of Israel, President-elect Trump was trying to convince President Obama to not allow a UN Security Council resolution to go against Israel, especially without their knowledge. And Obama was trying to convince Trump not to move the embassy because all sorts of crazy things will take place across the Middle East. And I think what will happen is that he will be taken into a room and he'll be sat down and it'll be explained to him exactly what could happen if you move the embassy. Really, in truthful terms, nothing on the ground is really going to change that much. As far as the two-state solution goes, which was also talked about, in other words, their campaign team said, well, we will have a new policy. The Republican policy is, because this two-state solution has been going since Oslo was signed in 1993, and nothing has happened after almost 25 years. So therefore, we shouldn't be pursuing the two-state solution. It's clear that the sides are not ready for it right now. The Palestinians are not ready for an independent state as it stands, and therefore it's not going to create peace. I can't see the official line from the White House and the Republican Party coming to say we are totally against the two-state solution. But nevertheless, they'll probably be much more concerned with what takes place in the US and home policies as opposed to the Middle East. And just finally, with regard to settlements, I don't think Israel has a green light to start building all over Judea and Samaria and East Jerusalem. But again, nevertheless, they will have a little bit of a free hand, simply because I don't think that the settlements are the obstacle to peace. I actually believe it's a solution to peace, because once you separate people and they have no contact whatsoever with each other, then you start to build up that hate and this disdain for each other. If you live together, if you work together, if you travel on the same roads together, if you shop in the same markets together, then you start to have an understanding of each other's culture. That's how it worked before Oslo, and that's how it should work today.
Excellent, very good analysis.